Hello, greetings. Thanks for being here again today. If it's your first time, a real warm welcome. These videos are about spiritual growth, and today I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with the idea that spirituality is mentioned very often in our culture, but we don't realize it. And there are times when I think our spirit is trying to break through. It's saying, hey, here I am, listen to me. And as adults, we don't very often listen. Sometimes we encourage children to listen to their inner feelings, their conscience, their gut feelings about things, because we believe they can sense maybe if there's a dangerous situation. So we encourage them, but as we get older, we tend to discount that kind of stuff, and we want to rely primarily on reason and facts. I think perhaps we're moving backward as we get older instead of forward. But anyway, I've noticed over time that there are lots of things in various cultures that don't really have logical explanations. You can't reason them out. And I think probably lots of these have happened to you or someone you know. And so I thought I'd give you this list today. The first thing on the list is intuition. Now, some people think that intuition is just picking up body language and things in the environment that you're not focused on, but you're still incorporating them in your understanding of a situation, and that gives you what you call an intuition. But how about when there's no one there and you have an intuition, so there's no body language to pick up? I think intuition about things is pretty real, and some of you have probably experienced that, and it certainly can be spiritual. The second one is very similar. That's having a gut feeling. Have you heard that expression? I just had a gut feeling. That means instead of a reasonable explanation in our thinking, we just had this feeling down here in our gut area about a situation. And another very similar is a premonition. In some cultures, they point to people and say that that person has a sixth sense. In other words, they're able to pick up on stuff and understand things that maybe other people don't. So those are, one category of type of thing. But some people also experience these other things, what they call being in the zone, or some people actually have an NDE. That's a near-death experience, and very often that happens if they're in an accident or they are having surgery or something like a heart attack, where their physical body actually shuts down for a few moments, and then they are resuscitated or come back, as they like to say. And if you've listened to some near-death experiences, that's certainly quite an experience to have. Some people have visions or very vivid dreams, and we know in the old scriptures that the deity speaks to people through visions and dreams. So if you've had a vision or a dream, that's your spirit person breaking through. There are people that we call psychics. They are what in other cultures are called sixth sense people. And so we might call them a psychic in our culture. The knowers, the seers, as they used to be called back in the day. Well, then we have some beliefs and just some general sayings in our language. The saying a soulmate. Have you met someone and you thought, this is my soulmate? And you're not thinking just about the physical, you're thinking that there's something deep inside that person that is the same as you. Believing in ghosts, believing in things like channeling, saying that you're getting a vibe. Boy, I got a good vibe from that person, or a bad vibe from that person. Sure, people say that all the time. What are they talking about? Spiritual vibration? They're talking about something nebulous that they're experiencing. How about just getting a sudden light or understanding about something from an unknown source? Being overly sensitive can be a sign that a person's spirit is trying to break through and get their attention. And maybe you've experienced deja vu. That's the feeling that you've been in this place or done this thing before. It's like seeing a recording and knowing that you've been there before. And then we have what's called an out-of-body experience, one different than a near-death experience, not caused by your body shutting down, but just the spirit leaving the body. And a lot of people have had this out-of-body experience. I think in the Bible, when the Apostle Paul talks about his going to heaven, he keeps saying, whether I was in the body or out of the body, I couldn't tell. I think he may have been having an out-of-body experience and didn't quite, as that wasn't part of their culture, didn't quite know how to express it. Well, this was just for fun, no judgment about these things. I'm not saying that they're all possible or they're impossible, or somebody who claims to have one shouldn't. These are found in a variety of cultures, and they're just things we experience or talk about that are not material. They're not part of the natural way that things happen. So I hope you'll share with me in the comments if you've had any of these experiences, if you feel that it's appropriate for you to share. No pressure, no judgment, and I'd just like to hear what you think about some of these things. But I will point out again, they are things that are not based in the material or the natural world as far as we know. And if they are, we haven't found the explanation for them yet. So we're seeing them as something metaphysical, something spiritual. So, oh, here comes one of my friends up the street. You'll see in these videos that we live on a main street, and it's a direct route to a local hospital. And so there are multiple ambulances and police cars going by every single day. And I try usually to block them out, but I just thought I'd explain. If you see some of them in the background, if you can see out my window here, you probably see lots of traffic, and that's because we live on what's called in our area the main drag. Well, I hope you can join with me again tomorrow. I look forward to talking to you about spirituality again. Have a great day. Be at peace. I'll see you then.